Hi, and welcome to this video about how to write concluding paragraphs. Since I'm homesick with my son, say hi, Cal.
Hi.
I figured I would just go ahead and record this so that you guys can take a look at it tonight. Okay, so let's look at our lesson objectives, shall we? So, by the end of this lesson, you students will be able to 1. Review the parts of a concluding paragraph, and 2. Provide a concluding section that follows from and supports the information or explanation presented. In other words, write a good stinking concluding paragraph. Okay, so let's take a look now with our parts of a concluding paragraph. Now, you've written concluding paragraphs before, and personally, I find them the most difficult to do because they're kind of boring. But let's take a look at this little presentation about concluding paragraphs. Okay, so what do concluding paragraphs have in common? 1, they restate your theme. You don't want to do things exactly the way that you would in your original introductory paragraph, but you do want to remind the reader what it is that you're arguing about. So here's an example. Throughout the Holocaust, Gerda needed hope to continue to survive. You don't want to have this be exactly your thesis statement, but when you restate your theme, you go ahead and remind the reader what you're arguing. Next, you want to have some restatement of how you proved your argument. So, let's take a look at what this looks like. She needed hope in section 1 as she was separated from her parents. That's how I proved my section 1. She needed hope in section 2 as she watched all her friends die. And lastly, even after the Holocaust, she needed hope in section 3 to believe she could walk again. So these kind of remind the reader what my 3 statements were, what my 3 pieces of textual evidence were without restating them exactly the same. And you'll notice that I used parallel structure here, repeating the words needed hope and as throughout. You don't have to follow this format exactly, but parallel structure is important. If you don't know what parallel structure is, we'll get to that later this year. And then, very lastly, your final statement, which sort of sums up everything that you were planning to say, like, for example, unlike the millions of people who died in the Holocaust, Gerda never lost hope. So your final sentence kind of pounds home exactly what it is you're talking about and sums it up. So when you're finished writing down everything that you need to write down to write your own concluding paragraph, you can go ahead and check Schoology to see what kind of links you need to make. Have a great day, and don't forget that you can email me if you're having any problems with the work, and I hopefully will be back tomorrow. If Cal's still sick, Daddy will stay home.